Hey everyone, and welcome back. So over the last couple of streams, I've actually unboxed not only the regular edition, but also the special edition of the Retro Realms Halloween plus Ash vs. the Evil Dead video game. And I even played through the first couple of hours of the game on stream. Now the full review is coming pretty soon, but spoiler, I really loved the game. This almost came as a surprise launch for this year, and you know what? It ended up being a love letter to those campy horror movies. And especially if you like retro-inspired gameplay, I definitely recommend you check out the game. So today what I decided to do is mix together both unboxings, just in case you're looking at picking up a physical version of the game, so you can really get a good idea of what comes with each version of it. So hopefully you'll be enjoying the video, and as usual, don't forget to hit that like button. So Damon should be quieting down because my daughters were harassing him, having fun, making him bark. So now he should be settled down. Okay, so let's get to unboxing. So like I said, presentation here, I do think they did the job well. You've got some Michael Myers, you've got Ash on the front, you've got the double feature that really has that retro feel to it, like those 80s movies where these come from. In the back, obviously, I have the English and French version because I live in Quebec, but it really, basically, you've got a little breakdown of Halloween and Ash versus Evil Dead. I'm also really looking forward because apparently you can play both games as either one of the characters. So I'm really looking forward to how they set those things up. But let's get to opening it. We're going to reduce the glare as well. So a little slit here on the side. And we've got some nice ASMR unboxing noise going. Put that aside. And now let's take another look at the box art. So like I said, clean presentation, but at the same time, it gives that retro vibe that you're looking for. The side is obviously red on white writing, like North American Switch games are. And let's just say the title takes absolutely the whole side of the cartridge. And at the back, like I said, I've got the English and a French version of the cartridge box. But once again, very just clean aesthetic with a quick breakdown of what the games are going to be offering. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's crack the regular edition open. Ooh. And we have got the Retro Halloween Collector's Pack, Series 1, which is 8 cards. Now I'm wondering, are these random cards or is every game going to have the exact same cards in it? I don't know. I think we're going to have to compare this after stream, maybe look at other people who are maybe unboxing this. But just before we get to that, let's take a quick look at the cartridge because we don't have much in the regular version. You've only got the cards. And the cartridge, I've got to say, obviously you're not going to look at the cartridge that often, but I do think they could have maybe put the image back here. They could have fit it on here, maybe because of the rating and everything, it doesn't fit on. And yes, the game is rated M for mature. So even though it's pixel art, apparently it is gory, mature pixel art. Now, let's open up the cards and see what's inside. Are you all ready to open up the pack? Oh. Okay. Let's slide them out. I'm going to try to keep the packaging as pristine as possible so that we can actually slide them back in. And to begin, we've got Michael Myers, the Boogeyman. What do we have on the back side? Vital information. Oh, Michael Myers, age 21, Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Let's read this. After killing his teenage sister when he was only 6 years old, Michael never said a word during his 15 years he was held inside Smith's Grove Sanitarium. On one rainy October night in 1978, however, Myers escaped the asylum to return to Haddonfield, Illinois, and continue his reign of terror. Awesome. and that is number 1. So I guess these are going to be the same cards in each one, especially if we're getting 1, 2, 3. Download code? What download code? No download code here. Stop trying to worry me, Champ Dancer. Next, we have From the Shadows, Shadow Myers. Let's take a quick look. Vital information. Shadow Michael Myers. Once again, age 21, Smith's Grove Sanitarium, the Dark Realm. Transported to our realm, Shadow Michael Myers' abilities have been honed and cultivated by the Overlord, focusing on Shadow Michael's insatiable penchant for violence to turn him into the ultimate killer. Nice. Next, we have Laurie Strode, the Babysitter. Let's take a quick look. Vital information. Laurie Strode, age 18, Haddonfield, Illinois. Like any teenage girl, Laurie is doing her best to get through high school, committed to her friends and studies. Laurie's life takes a shocking turn when she becomes the target of Michael Myers. Awesome. Next, we have Dr. Samuel Loomis. He has a permit. Dr. Samuel Loomis, age 58, Smith's Grove Sanitarium. The psychiatrist assigned to Michael Myers as a child. Loomis commits himself to pursuing what he believes is the personification of evil. Loomis becomes obsessed with ending Michael's evil rampage by any means possible. Pretty chill so far. I'm liking these little cards here. Next, we've got Phelps Jr. He'll fix you. What do we have here? Vital information. Age 37, Phelps Garage. A wrench-turning gearhead. His entire life, Phelps Jr. worked hard to transform his love of automobiles into the largest body shop in Livingston County. Phelps Jr. might finally have his chance for revenge after being murdered by the Shape. Nice. Next, we have Mr. F. They all broke out. Vital information, 29, Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Mr. F was admitted to Smith's Grove Sanitarium after a mysterious triple murder led to an insanity plea. Being institutionalized hasn't curbed his proclivity for extreme behavior and violent outbursts. However, and his insatiable nature has left him institutionalized alongside Michael Myers. Next, we have the Overlord, do his bidding. Timeless, age, the Dark Realm. The Overlord has an unquenchable thirst for power and desire. For chaos, this evil entity's lust for bloodshed and destruction has no limits, and it will stop at nothing to literally bring hell to earth. And last, we have Judith's Spirit, she came home. Age, eternally 17, the afterlife. Ripped from a peaceful afterlife and her soul imbued with an amplified rage over her untimely death, the Overlord wields Judith Myers as a weapon against her killer, her younger brother, Michael Myers. Awesome. It sort of feels weird, though, that we didn't get like anything for the Ash part of the game. So I'm hoping in the collector's edition, maybe we get both, or maybe it's random and when you open up the game, you get either Halloween or Ash. And theoretically, you need to buy multiple copies to get both like card packs. I'm hoping the collector's is going to have both. But like I said, I'm going to work hard. Well, actually, let's get a group shot of everything that we have here first. So here we go. Everything you get with the regular edition of the Retro Realms double feature. Honestly, they didn't have to pack in anything and people would have probably bought it. So the fact that they put the cards in is a plus for me. But it was expensive here in Canada. That was $65 for the double feature, which puts it like somewhere... I think it's almost the same price as buying both of them separately on the eShop digitally. you're maybe like upselling by like $5 or $10.
Okay, let's get started. So today we are unboxing the Halloween Retro Realms plus Ash versus the Evil Dead Special Edition. So if we look a quick look at the boxing right here, pretty nice, but we're going to take a second look once we have that wrapping off. We'll have a little bit less glare another time around. Let's get it back straight. Now, our official cutting tool of the channel. Let's try and find a safe spot to start unboxing this baby. There we go. Put this aside. Let's get the ASMR plastic wrapping. Oof, that always feels good. Actually, it's not too noisy, this plastic. I'm going to get a little bit of noise going on the microphone, but pretty soft plastic there. So let's just see how this is put together. Do we slide it out? No, we don't. So it's really an opener. But it looks like it slides. No, it slides out. Nice. So we've got like a sort of dust cover top to it. Actually, let's take another look right here. I wish I could, but the Wolverine claws are unsharpened for safety purposes. At the back, we've got an awesome presentation, and I'm actually surprised that we're getting the non-French version here in Quebec, which I prefer, because I like better having like the American versions of the packaging. But so I'm very happy with that. And for anyone who wants to see top and bottom, pretty simple. And we already see a little baggie sticking out the top there. Now let's pull her open, guys. You're right, I could have used a Michael Myers kitchen knife. So we've got the dust cover section. Pretty nice cardboard, actually. It's not going to like bend or break easily. So for someone who wants to like display it, I think that's actually a pretty nice dust cover. Now, let's see how we open this one. Oh, okay, it's here off on the side. So just looking at it, it's an actual carbon copy one of another. So the inside packaging pretty much matches up almost exactly with the outside packaging. And we do have a little flip cover here. So we do have a flip cover to open this one up. And oh my God, we have the Michael Myers plush doll. Let's start with that. Let's put this all aside. Look, actually, no, let's keep the best till last. We're going to put that aside. We're going to come back. We're going to look at the other stuff that we pretty much already looked at. But it's different for this one. Yes, I will be reviewing these. I'm almost done with Halloween already. I have to finish Ash next. So we do have a poster. I know there's services that help you get the fold lines out, but I would always prefer that these companies find a way to not fold the posters. It's so annoying for someone who wants to show it off. But it is basically the cover of the game as a poster. Pretty nice. Honestly, the quality of the poster is pretty nice. Like it's high quality poster material. I just don't like how much they folded it. Like I said, that's the one thing. If you're giving a poster, find a way to give it so that you don't need to fold it. And here we have the game. Now it looks like the exact same packaging that we saw last week. The only difference is that basically last week I had the bilingual English-French version. This week I have the pure English version, which is actually preferred for me. Just because I like keeping, like I said, my collection stuff like a little similar, and I have a lot of packaging that's doesn't have the French on it. Okay, let's open her up. Now I'm doing this part a little quicker because for anyone who saw last week, this is pretty much the exact packaging we got. Now let's open her up. And same thing as last week, we've got a pack of cards and we have our cartridge. So just a little close up really quick. It's the exact same cartridge we saw last week. Like I said, and I'll make the same comment I made last week. I would have preferred to see the pumpkin on here again than have just the Retro Realms Halloween versus Ash in very small writing. I find it's not a wowzer on the decor on the cartridge, but let's be honest, we don't see the cartridge that often, so I can sort of live with that. Like, it's not the end of the world. Now, let's see if we can get these cards open as nicely as we did last week, and yes, they are opening very easily. Now, first of all, what I'm going to do is I want to see if it's the same cards as last week. So I have the pack from last week right here. Now, they might be out of order, but we had... I'm taking a quick look, but so far it seems like the same pack. Oh, it is the same pack. Exactly. They are not in the same order, but we have all the same cards as last week. So we have the exact same thing twice in a row. See, I was hoping that maybe the special edition would have like more of the Ash cards, because there are separate bosses in Ash. If you guys don't know, the cards have pretty much some of the major bosses in the game on them. And some of the bosses are different in the Ash version, like Ash's game, than Michael's game. And I was thinking that we would get the non-overlapping bosses, like maybe in the different versions. I want to check out online, though, to see if other people have done unboxings, if there are different versions of the cards, and maybe just by coincidence, both my versions had the same ones. So we're going to get that back in the pack here. Let's be honest, the special edition, you're paying for the box, and you're paying for the Michael Myers plush. This is going to be your money shot. This is going to be the big part of this collection. So let's open him up. And I know some people are like, don't open him up. Keep him for collector's purposes. Don't worry, he's going to stay in the box, but he will be opened. I wasn't planning on getting the 30th anniversary DualSense for the PS5, but I'm going to check it out. If I can find one, maybe I will. If I come across one at one point. So, honestly, the overalls are Velcro. We can get a little bit of a nude shot of Michael, and he has absolutely nothing going on in there. Back... pretty nice. Honestly, the hair is surprisingly nice. It is honestly a well put together plush. Who did this? It doesn't say who the specific manufacturer is, unless I'm just unaware, because we have Halloween, we have The Rights, we have Boss Team, we have Compass International Pictures, but these are all like the publishers and whatnot of the game. So honestly, pretty nice figurine. I like the little knife here. I like his little knife. You can get him in like a stabby motion. Stab him in his own junk. Honestly, I'm liking it. I might actually put him up for display outside of the box. Michael Myers is always one of those classic horror like icons. So let's get like I said, a final shot with like everything together. Now, you know, the cards I'm not going to put out because, like I said, the other time I put all the cards out together. And yeah, so pretty much when you're buying the special edition, like I said, you're really paying for the bigger sort of letterbox movie type of box, and you're paying for the plush. So this is pretty much what we're getting. Honestly, it's not too bad. Here in Canada, it's about a $40 difference to get this one. So you are paying pretty expensive for a plush and a box. But if you're a huge fan of the game series, if you're a huge fan of the movies, if you want to support what Retro Realms is doing here, because I do think if this sells well, we're going to get other games like in associated series, like maybe Friday the 13th, maybe Nightmare on Elm Street. I do think we're going to get those things if this series does well. So I do think it's okay to support the game. I would have honestly, I personally think they should have gone maybe for a $20 higher price point than $40 over the regular version. I think that would have felt better. You know, cheaper is always better, but I think people would have been like, it's fair for a plush in a box. At 40, some people might be like, ugh, but that's a decision you're going to have to make. Scream would be awesome. Aliens too. I think Scream would be a more natural evolution for them than Aliens. I think Aliens is also going to be harder of a IP to get access to, because there's apparently a lot of hoops to jump through when you want to do anything with Aliens. So there we go, guys. We have our unboxing now of the special edition.